Hello, this is the second video to help you a little more detailed information about the MLS searching feature that we have in our website. So follow me and I'm going to show you. I'm going to go ahead and go into the Easy MLS listing search. In it you'll see the portal opening up. From our previous lesson, I'm going to go ahead and log in because, as I told you before, we made a login, and that has to be inputted here. Okay, so once you're logged in, what we're going to go over today is going into your home space of the saved searches. We're also going to go into understanding if there is any new things that popped up into our searches, and then we're going to do a little information about finding out more information about a house that you have chosen within one of the searches. At any rate, click back home here once you're logged in, and that will give you your workspace. This is the place where you created the search in the last video, okay, and it was saved. And sure enough, it tells you that there's one change. Something has populated that was new in the search. That means that whenever you do a search and it's saved, any new items that pop in that qualify under the criteria that you originally did the search on, it will automatically be inserted in your search for you to see. Also, part of this portal here is for you to send me a message and ask me about a specific question. So you need a specific searches to be done, I can do that for you and put it in your cart. Here's your cart. If you want to change that temporary password that initially when you logged in that they emailed to you, you can change your password here. So, and here's your card. This is what's going on. If you ask me to give you a specific search on some comparables or some kind of a market analysis, I will always put it here in your cards. So let's see what's new. It says one change in 3 listings. So let's double click here. When you double click, it'll open up your favorites and then a new listing. Okay, so here's a new listing that happened. Let's see when this new listing took place. We're going to highlight it and we're going to go into detail. Okay, so it's a 3-2, 1,200 square feet, 1980 in Chandler, 119,900. Why did this thing pop in? Okay, right here, that tells you that it's been on the market now 0 days. It just got listed in the last hour or so. Again, this is live information. I can also see here by special listing, this is an owner agent. So the owner is the actual agent. Very interesting. Then he talks about again about what's going on. You can find out where this particular property is located. You can go to the map. The map itself will give you the little star, okay, telling you roughly where this property is located. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and zoom in. Okay, we can do a little more zooming in. Okay, and if we actually wanted to see, you know, what kind of neighborhood this new property popped in, we can go here in the satellite and hit the satellite. That gives us a aerial view of the actual place, and we can see it's a populated, not parks. We can see there's a wash back here. We can zoom in a little more. Okay, and that gives you like a top bird's eye view of this house that just popped into the market. Now if we click on it, okay, what's going to happen is it's going to give you a brief information, but it also gives you this bird's eye view. This is very interesting if you want to get to see the house a little more in detail, and we'll see the pictures and you'll get the final feeling for it. But normally when something new pops up that's interesting, you can hit the bird's eye view, and what that's going to do is going to open up a new window, and sometimes you get a better view, and sure enough it is. You get to see in an angle the area, okay, of of the house. Okay, so sort of like a top view with an angle. So that's real nice. It gives you an idea what your neighbors are, what's going on, wood fence, block fence. So that's always nice to see. So now let's go. Now that we know where there is and stuff, we go back to the map to make it easier. Now we're going to go to the detail. We already did that. We saw that. Let's go see the photos. Okay. Nice clean home. Different photos. It's empty. It just came on in the market in the last few hours. Doesn't tell me exact hours, but it's today because it's 0 days. It hasn't been on the market for 24 hours. At any rate, you can see, click through all the pictures, very clean. House is empty, ready to go, and so on. Now, what I'm going to show you next is, let's try to find out the history on this house, where it came from, who bought it, who owned it. You can go here where it says tax info. If you hit the tax info, you're going to go to the Arizona Maricopa Tax Report website. It's a pretty nice website because it tells you your plot number, your address, your parcel number, current owner, A. Kenny Investment LLC. Tells you the address, the mailing address for the LLC. Owner occupied residential, that's the legal class, subdivision. Gives you a little map of where it is, but we saw that already in detail. But this is very interesting here. You can go through the history of the day the house was built and sold. 11/26 of 1996, Edward Gillies bought it for $91,000, put $2,550 and got a conventional loan. Then it looked like, here's the buyer, I'm sorry, Linda Graham. And then it looks like from 96, so 2001, 5 years after, Linda Hillick somehow bought it to Jose Marcelli for $122,900. Okay, so it went up in 5 years. Now it looks like this Luis Marcelli's now sold it to Lopez in 2006, another 5 years, for $239,000. Okay, twice as much just about that he bought it for in a period of 5 years. So you can just start seeing what happened in Phoenix with the bubble. Outrageous profit here, over $120,000 in profit in 5 years. At any rate, Luis bought it for $239,000, put some money down, it looks like, got a Fannie Mae for First National Financial Services. Then problems began. Seller got married, it seems like Marisa Lopez, in 2009. Then they couldn't pay their mortgage, it looks like. Luis Lopez tried to do a trust sale, couldn't. U.S. Bank National Acquisition. So right here it went into a foreclosure. The bank ended up owning the property. Okay. They ended up selling the property, the final on 2/11. Something happened. At any rate, these people, the A. Kenny Investments, ended up buying it from the bank at auction for $75,000. So this is a flip. Okay. They're selling it now for $119,000. They bought it in last month on the 6th for $75,000. So also here you can see the tax history on that property. Gives you specific information about all this area. Okay. Once that's done, you can go back to your cart and it'll populate new listings, possibilities, the ones that you like, the one that changed, recommended ones. We can begin and do a new search if you like. Okay, we can start and do a search of residentials. Okay, and again, we can do everything in the first video that I taught you guys how to do. And hopefully you have learned how to go into your saved searches. You learn how to do a satellite view of your house. You learn how to do a detail and look at the pictures. You learn how to do a text search and find out the true history of the house and what happened. That may give you a little insight of, what you're dealing with, and how you can purchase the house. That's always, the more information that you can get, the better that you're off in the negotiation part. At any rate, that should conclude the video for now. The next video, I will introduce other concepts. Thank you.